Welcome back to my channel. Today's topic is verbs and kinds of verbs. But before we start our today's topic, if you are new to the channel, you can subscribe to it and press the bell icon. Let's get started. Verbs. What are verbs? Verbs are words that express an action, an event, or a state of being. How? Let's see. Examples. He went home. She is a doctor. He seems tired. Now in these examples, in the first one, went is an action word, but is and seems are just telling the state of being. A verb can be one or more than one words. How? Examples. He went home. In this example, just went one word is a verb. Next example. She is going to the doctor. Now over here, is going, two words are verbs. Number 3, she has been watching the movie. Here, has been watching, 3 words. She will have been eating apples. Here, 4 words are verbs. Now let's have a look, kinds of verbs. Verb basically divided into 2 types, finite verbs and non-finite verbs. And simultaneously, finite and non-finite both are divided further into 3 categories. Finite divided into principal verb, linking verb, and auxiliary verb. And auxiliary verb further divided into primary auxiliary verb and modal auxiliary verb. On the other hand, non-finite verb divided into further 3 types, that is infinitive, gerund, and participle. Let's have a look what are finite and non-finite verbs. Finite verbs. A finite verb is a verb that changes its form according to the tense of the sentence, number, and person of the subject. So finite verbs are the verbs that has an ability to change itself, change its form or change its number, change its tense according to the subject, number, or tense. It is the main verb in a sentence or a clause. What are non-finite verbs? A non-finite verb does not affect by a person or number of the subject and the tense of the sentence. It acts as noun, adjective, and adverb. Examples. I like swimming. He likes swimming. Or they liked swimming. You can see over here that like becomes likes if we have changed the person I to he, and it becomes like if we have changed the tense. That's why this is our finite verb, like, likes, and liked. This is finite verb that is changing itself according to the person or tense. But swimming doesn't change in all the 3 sentences because this is non-finite verb. Now, what are principal verbs, which is also called lexical or main verbs? Principal verb is the verb that provides information and is used to express action. It is the main verb of a sentence and clause. For example, she gave me a pen. The child weeps bitterly. Both these sentences are one clause sentence carrying just only one verb, that is main verb. Linking verbs, which is also called copular verbs. A linking verb links the subject to either an adjective or a noun to give information about the subject. All the be forms like is, am, are, was, and were are linking verbs. Some other examples are become, feel, grow, look, seem, smell, sound, taste, appear, feel, get. Examples. They are farmers. Are is the linking verb over here, connecting they to farmers. Second example, he looks tired. Again, looks is a linking verb telling tired to he or telling some information about he. Next is, she seems satisfied. Now again, seems is a linking verb connecting she to satisfied. Next is auxiliary verbs, which is called helping verbs as well. These are used to help the main verb regarding the tense or mood. There are two types of auxiliary or helping verbs: primary auxiliary verbs or modal auxiliary verbs. Primary auxiliary verbs. All the forms of be like is, am, are, was, and were. All the forms of do like do, does, and did. And all the forms of have like has, have, and had are primary auxiliary verbs. Examples: they are playing. Are is an auxiliary verb which is helping fourth form of verb, making it a sentence of present continuous tense. Second example, he had a dog. Now over here, had is not an auxiliary but main verb. Modal auxiliary verb. Modal auxiliary verb is used with the main verb to indicate mood or tense. Some modal auxiliary verbs are can, could, may, might, will, would, shall, should, need, ought to, or used to. Examples: I can bake. He may visit today. Now in these two examples, bake and visit are main verbs and can and may are just helping or indicating the mood of or the tense. Second type of verb is non-finite verb, which is further divided into three types: infinitives, gerund, and participle. Infinitive functions as a noun, adjective, or an adverb in a sentence. It is formed with to plus base form of verb like to play, to walk, to read, etc. Infinitives have two types: to infinitives and bare infinitives. If you are using first form of verb with to, it becomes to infinitive, and if you are using without to, then it is bare infinitive. Let's understand it with the help of one example. She wanted to study. Now wanted is finite verb and to study a non-finite verb which is acting as a noun. That's why it is infinitive. Next example, my father made me study. Over here again, made is finite verb and study is bare infinitive. Gerunds. A gerund is a non-finite verb, acts as a noun, and is formed by adding ing form of verb. For example, playing, learning, drinking, etc. Example sentences: I like gaming. Swimming is a good exercise. In the first example, gaming is used at the object place, and in the second example, swimming is used at the subject place. Both these places are used for noun. That's why it is gerunds. Participle. A participle is a word that is formed by a form of verb and acts as a verb, and adjective, and an adverb. There are three types of participles: present participle, past participle, and perfect participle. Present participle. It is the fourth form of verb used as verb and adjective, like playing, cooking, sleeping. Let's understand with the help of examples. They are sleeping. Sleeping is a participle used with helping verb are and making it a simple sentence of present continuous tense. We saw a burning house. Burning is just modifying house. That's why this is participle used as adjective. Past participle. It is the third form of verb used as verb and adjective, like played, cooked, slept, etc. Let's have a look at some examples. They have slept. Slept, third form of verb, used with the helping verb. That's why it is making a simple sentence of present perfect tense. Next example. We saw a burnt house. Burnt, third form of verb, a participle modifying house. Perfect participle. Perfect participle is used when we use having with third form of verb. Let's understand with the help of one example. He went to school. He took lunch. Now over here we have two past actions. We can also write like them. Having taken lunch, he went to school. So perfect participle is used when we merge two past actions, making it one sentence. In today's lecture, we have discussed about verbs and kinds of verbs. Hopefully, you all have understood it nicely. If you like the lecture, you can subscribe and like the video. That is all for today. Take care.